Almost everyone knows someone who lives with or suffers from mental illness, whether it's anxiety or depression, schizophrenia, or bipolar. It impacts all of our lives in some way. Tonight, our main focus is on bipolar disorder. I did a recent survey with some students, and 70% of the students that I had surveyed said that they know someone who has bipolar disorder. Tonight we will learn about what bipolar is, who's affected by it, and some of the causes of bipolar. Anybody can be diagnosed with bipolar disorder. It's as simple as that. Men, women, and children can all be diagnosed. Actually, the target age that they diagnose bipolar is between ages of 15 and 25. I was diagnosed at 16, so we caught it really early. It's good. Bipolar is a roller coaster inside of your body. One day you feel like you're on top of the world and that you can take on any project, anything, and you feel like you can do it. Within a matter of hours or days or weeks, you can go from being on top of cloud 9 to wanting to crawl into bed and not get up for 4 days straight. And it happens, and it's tough. There is an astonishing number of people who live with bipolar and feel that they can't talk about it. They feel that there's a negative stigma surrounding it, and there is. There is such a negative stigma surrounding any kind of mental illness that it plagues people who live with it every day. You don't want to walk up to somebody, a coworker or an employer, and say, I'm bipolar. Because you know that in their head they're thinking, great, she's going to go off on the place. She's going to not show up to work one day because she's going to be laid out and not want to function. Or they have a really awkward perception of what bipolar really is. They think, okay, well, she's crazy, you know, and it's not that. It's not like we're going to go in and, with modern events, blow a place up or something. It's not like that. What people don't understand is that with bipolar or manic depression is that it's a chemical imbalance, and that there's nothing that anybody can really do to foresee that it's coming. Scientists have recently really gotten into the research of genetics. Before they thought that it was just random people got bipolar disorder. And what they're finding now is that it's genetically linked. So if your father or your mother had it, you're more likely to have it. So it's kind of scary as a person who has bipolar when you know that your kids could potentially end up with it as well, because you know the struggles, you know. When I talk to somebody about bipolar, I'd like to tell them, you know, it's great, I can figure this out, and most days I do. Most days I get up and I'm like, okay, let's put on the happy suit and zip myself up because that's what I feel like I'm doing. I need to put on that front for other people so they don't see how I feel about myself. It's tough. The thing is, really, is that when you're way up top in your bipolar cycle, is that everybody sees the happy you. And that's what they think it is. It's happy and sad. But it's not. Manic is, I'm going to go out and blow all my money and gamble it away because I know that I can. Or I'm going to shop like crazy because it makes me feel good. And the depression part, it feels like you're sitting at the edge of the ocean, right where the waves are breaking, and you're like, boom, can't catch my breath. I feel like I'm drowning. And it's a tough thing for people to really, really grasp unless they live with any kind of depression or anything, honestly. 70% of the students that I surveyed, again, believe that there's a negative stigma. They feel that, you know, that that's a bad thing, is to be bipolar. What most people need to take and realize, though, is that bipolar is a disease. It's like cancer. You don't walk up and say, oh, hi, I have cancer. You know, it's not something that defines who you are. It's a disease that you have. You know, I'm the flu, you don't say that. So to really embrace that and understand that is important. Now the other thing is there are many treatments as far as bipolar is concerned. You can do medication, which doesn't work for everybody. There's group therapies, which is nice because then you can talk to people that you go, okay, I'm not the only one. I don't feel so alone for even just an hour. There's psychotherapy. It's nice, one-on-one. You get to talk to somebody who deals with it every day. So in conclusion, we've discussed how genetics play a role in bipolar, what the symptoms are, how to deal with it, and the fact that bipolar doesn't define who you are. It is just a disease. Don't feel ashamed if you feel that you need to seek help or assistance, because you don't want to become a statistic and be one of the ones who don't make it through this disease. Thank you.